everyone. So today I'm back with another build. This one is an all-in. It is all-in Ghost Hellbat. Now I know that sounds awkward. It's a pretty weird army to control, especially if you're not used to it. So I recommend watching this build pretty closely. There's some mechanics you might not be used to, as like compared to Stim, like a bio Stim army. It's a lot different microing and stuff. Okay, so your opening is a command center first, and I like to put it on my ramp. The reasoning behind this, not on the low ground, because you are very vulnerable against zerg, because you never know what they're going to throw at you. It could be a few, like if they send 6 zerglings and it's on the low ground, it's just a nuisance, and I don't like to deal with it. I just put it on as part of my wall. Barracks. Okay. Now this is where it gets a little bit more technical into the build. Now when you go command center first versus a Protoss, right? You always follow it up with 3 barracks, bunk, 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 right in a row. But versus Zerg, with this particular build, I go double gas. That's going to be very important later on. You need that gas, and one barracks can't really hold you if they do an early build themselves. That's just part of this build, though. You're very vulnerable early on, and you definitely will lose some games from early pressure. Like an early Roach Ravager. Roach Ravager it's just going to kill this. That is a fact. So flip this over here. Now you want to build the bunker, because a couple of zerglings can kind of kill you. I do not. I got away with it. I got lucky. But I'd recommend building a bunker right here. So a few zerglings are just going to rampage your mineral line. Then do the reactor switcheroo with your factory. Get some Hellions out. Okay, this is important. As soon as you land your barracks, put down a tech lab, and at the same time build a Ghost Academy, because these two structures have very close building times, and you want them to both finish up at the same time, so you can get your Ghosts out as fast as possible. And you need these things, as many as you can, ready for the push. Couple of Hellions help for lings. Like I said before, if they go roaches, you are kind of screwed, because Hellions do not fare too well against roaches. The Ghost will, though, if it's out early enough. Put down your armory and wall. From your starport, you want to build a Viking. This can deny things like a Nidus Worm, and then build a Liberator. This helps with your push immensely. You need one of these. Okay. Now he's coming in for a scout. He scouts this. Ghost Academy. I like to put it here because I know they usually go for this spot when they do their Overlord scouting, and you can't really stop it. Even though I built a Viking, you can't really stop it. And he wanted to see if anything was researching. That's why he went back. Anyways, I like to put it right here. If you want, you can put it like a sneaky DT, like a Protoss put their DT shrine, just like randomly on the map somewhere. You can do that. It's not too big of a deal if they scout it. Also, on your natural, it is an all-in, so you want to put double gas, and then you simply move out, and you queue everything up, especially this Liberator, to your army, and build a reactor with your starport afterwards. Okay. Vikings doing work. This guy he's pretty decent, so he has the towers. Now, this part is pretty essential. You never want to attack their natural. This is a trap. They always have tons of creep by their natural. If you can get a good position and you can like cut off their supply route, that's like, it's too good to be true. You always go for their third, no matter what. This is a trap. Don't do it. Okay, so setting up. Fortunately, he didn't see me coming because I blocked a few Overlords with the Viking. and the supply towers. He might have thought I was going towards his natural. Anyway, set up. And they usually have banelings, so you want to do a split. This is 12 Hellbats, and they are light. So banelings do tons of damage versus light. They're kind of a glass cannon in banelings versus Hellbat. Okay, so his army is a bunch of lings. Fortunately for me, no banelings. This is an off-meta build, so it can catch them off, right? Like he might not always have banelings on his normal timing. Because this is a 6 minutes and 18 seconds. That's pretty random. A bunch of Hellbats off meta. You're kind of banking on that being off meta and not expected. Anyways, he's got a bunch of queens. He pulled them from all his bases. I'm not sure if he's in panic mode yet, but he pulled them. I think he could have a lot more than 5. Maybe that's just his style. And links. So lucky it's just links, no banelings. And then you split your Hellbats. Land the Viking. And this micro needs to go your way. You have to win this fight, or at least do damage. Like, you're banking on that. Now, I do build a CC at home this game, just to be like somewhat safe. I'm not too scared to go into a macro game. But you have to do that. Like, you have to at least do damage with this build. If you don't do any damage at all, you lose the game. Like, it's over. So you gotta do damage. If you're lucky, you can kill them. Okay, let's just watch the fight. Okay, let's watch that again, and I'll explain what's happening. If you're like a experienced StarCraft player already, you will know what happens. But just for anyone else that is a little maybe like diamond or platinum. Okay, so with your ghost, this is a pretty clunky army to control, especially if you're not used to it. Ghosts and Hellbats. Anyways, you need to split. You have to. These things take so much damage if there's banelings, which there are not, but you have to anyways. Okay, with your ghost, you have to prioritize your snipes on the queens. You can two-shot a queen, so it's good to like do a double snipe right away before they can transfuse, before they have time to transfuse. Prioritize the queens. Sorry for my grammar. If there's a baneling, you can snipe those too, but it's queens are always the safer bet. And lings, never ever snipe a ling. It's a waste of energy. It's a strong build, I have to admit. It's a very strong build. And it's an odd kind of push. Now this Liberator here, I know it didn't do a whole lot of damage. It only got 3 lings. It's very handy if they go roaches. This thing will definitely make your push a lot harder to defend if they go roaches. And if they go roaches, your ghost one-shot a roach. And they usually all have around 2 snipes ready. So that's pretty good. That's 6 roaches down before the fight even starts. And when they do push in, this Liberator will clean up. So roaches, it's pretty good against roaches. Lings, it's pretty good against lings. Baneling ling, it can be a little dicey. Depends on your splits. If you're not good at microing or even pre-splitting, right? Like that's kind of essential. If they go Hydra, early Hydra, it's kind of rare. But if they go early Hydra, it'll completely run over your army, and you have 0 chance. Lucky for me, he went Hydra at a bit of a late timing, I think. Not sure if this is late or not, but he doesn't have any Hydras in his army. He did have his Hydra den though. And if he has any production, I'm not sure. No. And that's it. It's a very strong build. I go mech behind it. If you want, you can always go bio behind it. If you're more aggressive. I mean, I'm not usually a mech player, but I felt a little intimidated by his Grandmaster border, so I decided to go mech. It's a pretty strong build, off meta. please try it. If you're gonna try it, go on unranked. Like I said, the R-ring is pretty awkward to control. Go on unranked, tell me what you think. Tell me if you had any success or not. I'm kind of interested to know if it's a thing or not. So yeah, tell me what you think.